Hey,
You. Okay, so let's try it again.
all right.
You can hear me this time?
Yes, I can.
All right, what was your question?
Um, Basically, I have about $800, $900, and like I said, like just beginning with photography, and I'm either gonna buy the Nikon D3100 or the Nikon D3000. If I buy the D3000, I'll be able to buy better lenses for the camera. So I was just wanting to know what you recommend.
Yeah, it's always a tough thing to figure out. Do you want the newest body and not get any good glass, or do you want to go with the D3000 and get good glass, which I've shown that you can get great pictures with the D3000 putting the right glass on it.
Yeah.
Um, the question for you, what are you shooting?
Um, General photography, and then also maybe some close-ups.
So you're just learning.
Yes.
You haven't shot an SLR before?
No.
All right. So have you heard me talking about the 5-year plan thing?
No, I haven't.
Not yet. Okay. So basically, what it is, I'm writing an ebook that's laying out where you should be on your 5-year plan throughout 5 years to become a professional photographer and make money at it. The most important thing when you're starting out is just understanding the basics, the composition, the lighting, understanding what settings do what when you make a change. When you go into manual, by doing this, this is going to happen. So with that being said, I don't think you need to even spend your $900 to get started.
Yeah.
Did you mention something about Craigslist on a D3000?
Yeah, I did. I can get one for about half the price.
Well, you can get one refurbished for $299
Really?
from Adorama, and I'll put up a link on my site. That's how I bought mine. They're refurbished, which means it came
Yeah.
back from Nikon, or it's an actual factory refurbished piece of equipment, and there's a 90-day warranty instead of a full year warranty. But what that means is, obviously you have 90 days. If something's wrong, then Nikon would probably replace or fix it, most likely fix it. But with cameras or electronics, if something's going to go wrong, it's going to happen right away. You're going to know right away if something's wrong with it. But
Yeah.
I've had mine for what, 6 months now, 5 6 months. I love it. It's a great little camera. It's a great learning camera, and I recommend it with a that 35 1.8 to start.
Yeah.
And the reason I recommend that is it's one lens. It's going to force you to move your feet to zoom. It's going to force you to get your composition right.
Yeah.
It's going to force you to learn and understand your settings, but it's also a better lens to start. Even though it's a $200 lens, it's only $200. But the 1.8 aperture is going to give you a ton of, a lot of range to shoot at night, indoors, places where those kit lenses just aren't going to cut it.
Exactly.
So part of this is, you start off now you're only spending 500 of your $800, and that's on a lens and a body to start. And that should take you in the 5-year plan for a couple months, 3-4 months, while you save up more money. Then you can decide on the next lens that you want to get. And if you're into macro photography, then we could look at getting you a macro lens next.
Yeah.
You know?
So for that, you would recommend the Sigma 70 to 200 2.8?
Well, it depends. Are you looking to do the nature stuff also?
Yes.
Well, then I would recommend probably the 70 to 200 Sigma 2.8, which is $800, but it has a close focus / macro option. It's not as good as a full 1-to-1 macro lens, but we may be able to find you, say, a 60 millimeter Nikon macro that you will have to manually focus to do macro because it doesn't have the focusing motors. But when you're doing macro, you're better off manually focusing anyway. You could probably pick one of those lenses up used for a couple $100.
Okay.
So we're trying to, save you money, but also get you the right gear to grow with. That 70 to 200 would be a very versatile lens for portraits, sports, nature, and a little bit of close focusing for macro.
Okay.
So this is what I recommend. D3000, it's $300, refurb. 35 1.8, it's $200, brand new. So it gets a 5-year warranty from Nikon. Then you pick yourself up some memory cards. I mean, I would get probably either two 2 gigs or just a 4 gig. It's always good to have extra cards just in case something happens, but you don't need anything special. You don't need the fastest cards. You can just go with the basic SanDisk Blue, the blue cards, the basic, least expensive ones.
Okay.
Because this camera is not going to shoot so fast that you're going to outrun the buffer.
Yeah.
Plus, to save you the money. So that's a starting point. I don't think you need to get any filters. I would you can pick up a camera bag, or you may already have a bag at home, and it comes with 1 battery to start. You could always add a battery later. It comes with everything you need really to get cooking. So you're looking at $550 with free shipping. You're all set to go with an extra $250, 6, 7, well, 8. Oh, well, actually an extra $400 maybe to think about what you want to go with next.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's better than not wasting, but going with a better body to start without glass, because then you're always chasing the glass. You don't want to chase the glass.
Yeah. And then I could always upgrade to like the D7000 later.
Yeah, in the progression for the 5-year plan, I like to say at least take 1 step above. You don't want to stay on the same plane. So if you have a D3000, the next step wouldn't be the D3100 or whatever replaces that in a couple years. Figure this 3000 is going to take you for a couple years. And even, you're not putting too much money into it, so it's, when you save up more, you could possibly start to get ready to replace that, even if you start making money,
Yeah.
So it's a good way to start because it gets you going. It's an easy camera to learn in my mind, and I think it's a good start for somebody who hasn't been in SLRs into a digital SLR. Important, get that good glass right away, just so you don't get discouraged with bad pictures or wondering why things are out of focus or blurry because of movement because you were using a kit lens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I get. No, that's what I recommend. I'll put up those links when I put up this call. I'm probably going to put this up quick because I like it. I think it's a good question, and I think it's going to help a lot of people out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so when were you looking to pick one up?
Soon. Very soon.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll shoot you the link right to it so that you can, if you want to pick one up, you can pick one up quickly, and then everybody else can follow the links below this post.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one.